Hello. We're seeing you sitting in your van and
Yeah,
parked.
just cleaning it up here a little bit. After a long travel, it's a little dirty inside.
Where have you been traveling from?
I'm making my way back up the coast, back north towards Newport.
Newport. Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been traveling in your van?
Maybe a couple of years now. But I stop in places. I'm not always on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, like right now Newport area is kind of home base-ish.
And how do you support yourself on your road? Just curious.
Well, I have a little business
Okay.
in Toledo, Oregon, which is a really tiny town. So I earn a little money and, sleep in the van.
Amazing.
I keep my expenses to a minimal.
That's the key.
Yeah, the less things you have to pay, the more money you have. So,
Oh, wonderful philosophy.
yeah.
What's your name?
Rebeccah.
Nice to meet you, Rebeccah.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
We decided to record a short video clip about your lifestyle because it's the trend nowadays. A lot of people are either forced or choose on their own, basically traveling and living in their vehicles because of partially the economy and increasingly growing rent cost, and
Yeah.
I guess this was also your case.
Oh yeah. I mean, cost of living is skyrocketed, and if you want to have any kind of quality of life where you're not attached to a job, I mean, nothing wrong with jobs, but of course we got to make money. But if you want to have a life on top of your job,
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's exactly the
then
point.
you need to make some sacrifices and make some changes and take some chances in life.
Definitely.
So I have only one rent, which is my business. It's very low rent because it's in a really small town, Toledo. It's called Birdhouse Beauty Studio. It's a hair salon / art studio. I mainly would sleep in my van because it's more comfortable, and I can wake up at the beach, take weekend trips. I sleep somewhere different every night usually. There's spots by the river, spots by the ocean, and sometimes take some little trips. So this week has been a little bit of a traveling week. I have some clients coming in this week, so I got to get back to the office basically. So
And get some money.
make some money. Exactly. Put gas in this car because
Definitely.
the van takes a lot of gas.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you've been doing hair for how many years now?
20 years.
20 years.
90s, since the 90s.
And Belmont Shore, California.
Yeah.
Was where
Yeah,
you
that
were
was my home base for
for a long time.
many years in Long Beach, California, Belmont
And
Shore.
circumstantially, you were kind of you didn't really have much time off
No.
while working at
No
your.
time off.
Only how
Yeah,
much was
it
it?
was,
Like 2 weeks per year, or not even?
No, not even.
Not
No
even.
way. No, I got in 12 years. I had one 10-day vacation.
Unbelievable.
One 10-day vacation in
This
12
is
years.
Simply unbelievable.
That was towards the end, actually.
Did you feel like you could even afford vacation
No,
when you were working
no,
there?
you couldn't afford vacation. I had what I thought was cheap rent and a pretty good situation for many years, but things change, and then my rent tripled practically, more than doubled, and I
It
just
was
had to make a
obvious
change.
and
Yeah, I had to make a
Crystal
change.
clear situation for you to do something about
Exactly. So before the van, I had a little Toyota Matrix and a tent,
it. And you were staying in
and
a
I
lot of
was
campgrounds.
staying in campgrounds. Yeah.
Campgrounds can get costly too.
Sure, but I have a way of finding free campgrounds.
Excellent.
So it's easier with the van because the van you can just park. When you're
Absolutely.
in a car in a tent, it has to be an actual campground.
Actual campground, yeah.
Yeah, so I have an app on my phone that filters out where the free campgrounds are. And a lot of them are in amazing remote places where there's no other humans. Especially if I can, have my audiobook and some art to do and
the things you can do which you couldn't do
Yeah, exactly.
in your previous lifestyle.
Yeah, it's very peaceful. As
You
long
were-
as you know, I've never felt unsafe. You know, being a female when I'm by myself. I try to take precautions, but I've never felt
Insecure.
threatened. You know, but you've got to still pay attention for sure.
So after how many 2 years now of this particular way of living, do you feel like going for the rent arrangement anytime soon?
No, I can't imagine going back to paying rent full time.
People that are holding on to what's called the normal lifestyle that we know about, job, rent, home, they look down at people like us,
Sure. Well,
van traveling, because they are protective of their own choices and their own lifestyles, and
yeah, priorities. You know, what's important to you in life. Like to me, gathering stuff is not important. I've actually gotten rid of 90% of my belongings, and I feel good about it. Like,
great.
I no longer want to collect stuff.
How many of us can do that?
I have a little storage in Newport, and it's 5 by 7 and only like less than a quarter full. So that's just my handful.
That's all of your life possessions.
Yeah, whatever's in the van and whatever's in my shop, which I keep pretty.
You have a very cozy bed here.
Yeah, it needs a little bit of
Straightening.
straightening. Yeah, it's not perfect right now, but I've been traveling, so.
How do you cook?
I have a little stove wherever it is.
It's under
probably
the
under
bed.
the bed. Yeah. Pull that out. I have everything's kind of in a pile right now, but eventually I'm gonna do a little work on the van. I'd like to put in a fake wood floor, build a box right here for storage, redo the bed, make this is the original bed, so it's comfortable, but it's lumpy and sideways. So, and also, if I were to build my own new bed, I would make more room underneath so that I have more storage, and that's all a project for the future.
Definitely.
Yeah, right
It's
now
fun.
it works for now. Yeah,
and the van, any serious trouble, because that must be frightening for a female.
For sure.
Not knowing much
definitely.
about the mechanics.
One time I was in a campground by myself, and the battery died.
Oh my God.
And it was right after 4th of July weekend. So that 4th of July was packed full of people, and then right after they left, there was no one there. And I had a dead battery and no cell phone use at all.
Wow.
So, but turns out I took a big walk, and there was one other person in the campground, this lady and her friend, and they were able to come and jump my van.
Amazing.
But that was the scariest thing that happened, and now I always carry jumper cables, and I never ever let the battery die.
Very good.
Yeah, that was my lesson.
There's of course so many other things that can go wrong in your van.
And that could have gone way wrong, you know.
Yeah.
But it worked out.
I think keeping a budget for repairs and things like that is crucial in this.
For sure, yeah. I'm lucky to still have pretty low mileage on my van.
How many miles is?
It's a little over 70,000.
That's unbelievable.
And I got it at 45,000.
Unbelievable.
And it's a 1989. Those are original miles.
That's unbelievable.
So, so far the problems have been minimal.
That's a really lucky find. You know,
yeah, it was on Craigslist. Yeah, sorry, I got laundry in the front seat, and it's a little bit of a mess. But anyway, I was just making some coffee here, so I'm gonna pour some.
Very good. Van coffee.
Yeah, nothing like coffee at the beach.
Wonderful.
Yeah, some for you too.
Thank you.
Sure.
And
Happy
I
to
see
share.
we have some Polish candies here.
Oh yeah, those are authentic Polish candies.
Amazing. What a treat. For me, being from Poland, that's like special treat.
Of course.
Wonderful, wonderful spot. It's truly amazing.
Yeah, we're here in Coos Bay.
The variety and diversity of locations that you stumble upon in this van life style it can be so fulfilling, and
it's gorgeous here. It's a beautiful day. It's not raining. It was a tiny bit of rain last night, but
so we are near Coos Bay, correct?
Yeah, this is Bastendorf
okay.
Beach camping, which is traditionally a free spot for travelers. Last night I pulled in, and for the first time ever, there are no overnight parking signs.
That's pretty sad.
So
that's very sad.
I feel like somebody must have ruined it for everyone else, because this has been a free camping spot forever, for years, decades probably. And I've stayed here many times.
Unbelievable.
I felt nervous last night pulling in when I saw those signs, like someone was going to come in with a flashlight and kick me out. But no one came, so it was quiet. No one, I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it's
I think, like you say, there could be people that come and trash and ruin for everyone else.
Definitely. So they have to crack down on people's freedoms because of tweakers or whoever comes and trashes the place and messes it up. For us, I mean, overall, it's very quiet. It's not like it's packed full of partying people. But today's Monday, so the weekend could be different.
You're simply trying to get a full night's sleep and rest before hitting the road
It was a long drive yesterday. I was really tired.
Not much to ask.
I was really tired. I just wanted to sleep.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. We're gonna appreciate the coffee right now.
Cheers.
You also do art, right? You are a painter.
I do. Yeah.
Is there any web address that we could find you?
I have an Instagram.
Okay, tell us your Instagram.
It's Rebeccah Art, I think.
Okay, Rebeccah Art. Is there
I think it's Rebeccah.art.
Excellent.
Rebeccah with an H at the end.
Rebeccah.art.
I think that's what it is. I could be wrong.
Okay, we can double check on that.
Yeah. So I do art and jewelry as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a joy to interview you.
Sure.
And this is Tom Sky. Please visit my website as well, tomsky.com with a dash in between. Thank you.
Good coffee.
Here she comes, all happy. All happy. Gonna make some coffee. Coffee.
Coffee and donuts. Coffee and donuts.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it.